Hello there. Hello there. City and state, please. Let me know where you're chiming in. Hey, Dorothy, how are you, beautiful? How are you? I hope you're doing amazingly well on this evening. City and state, please. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Say hello on this Wow Wednesday. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely a Wow Wednesday, especially after the night I had last night. It is a Wow Wednesday. Guys, I tell you, after I left you all yesterday, hey, Marquetta, California, how are you? How are you out there in sunny California? I am well today, thank you. Hey, yes, Dorothy, you're great from Alabama. I'm glad you are. I tell you what, I am great from the beautiful island of Beaufort, South Carolina. How about that? I am definitely great and amazing. Last night, I don't know, I was in bed by 8:15. I can tell you what. Things tried to get on me. Hey, Larice, how are you, beautiful lady in the big city of Atlanta, Georgia? How are you this evening, beautiful? I tell you, we're going to get started momentarily. There's something that I just want to share with you, on this evening that I was going to share last evening, but my body was saying, I guess I needed to rest, or Satan was trying to distract me, delay me, and derail and abort the mission. But guess what? He didn't win. I did give my body a rest, but I got back up this morning. See, that's the difference between a winner and a loser. A winner will always get up no matter what. No matter what comes his or her way, a winner is going to find a way to make it happen. And I did. I did, because I promised you, I slept last night from 8:15 to 6 a.m. this morning when my alarm went off so that I could get the kids up. That's right. I didn't know what happened from yesterday, but I know somebody was mad as HE double hockey stick. That's right, that I'm on a mission, that I'm on a purpose to equip, inspire, motivate, and empower every one of you to stand up, suit up, and discover your purpose, no matter what it may be, no matter how crazy it may sound, because if he gave it to you, he's already created the provisions for you to get it done. So I wanted to come to you this evening. I was trying to come off of a few platforms this evening, but I guess we are going to settle for just one platform today. But I tell you what, do me a favor, go ahead and share this. Let everyone know that I am on. Hello, Felicia, my bestest friend, the one who knows me probably better than anyone else. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And it wasn't much bad, but it is definitely all good. It is definitely all good. So we're going to get started here in just a second. Let me just go ahead. I will not waste your time. People ask me, Martha, why do you use Kelly Price theme song? And if you know Kelly Price out there in Atlanta, tell Kelly to give me a call, because my conference in 2017, I need to have her just sing that thing on stage multiple times, because I want you to know that it is truly, truly your time. You're going to hear this come out of my mouth until you get it. You're going to hear it come out my mouth until you get it. It is your time. It is your year. Hey, Simi, how are you, dear heart? Hey, I like that exercising with the log out in your yard, that you got from the hurricane. Hello, Yolanda, how are you? But you're going to hear me say this over and over and over and over again, guys, until you get it, because the more you hear it, the more you get it. Thank you, Dorothy, for sharing this. The more you hear it, the more you get it. The more you hear it, the more you get it. The more you hear it, the more you get it. It is your time. No matter what you see, no matter what someone says, no matter even what you believe at this time, it is your time. It's your time to create greatness for you. I was having a conversation earlier today, because I told you I went down. Something shut my body down on yesterday. Maybe it was God just telling me I needed to lay and listen, because I can promise you when I woke up, I started writing again. I needed to stay still long enough, because I'm so busy working in and on my mission and on my purpose that sometimes, just like Martha in the Bible, Martha in flesh can be very busy. And I needed to sit still long enough to hear him so that he can share with me the next turn or the next move that I need to make. And sometimes we don't do that for ourselves. And sometimes our body just shut us all the way down like mine did on last evening. I guess my husband thought I was just forsaking him, bless his heart, but I wasn't. But, with that, I had to get some rest last evening. But as I got rest, that is how he speaks to me. I don't know how he speaks to most people, but that is how he speaks to me. And when he spoke to me, I was able to wake up. I got up this morning. I got on my calls. I did productive business with my PR and marketing person. I did productive business with my graphic designer, because I'm telling you, 2017 is bold. Ladies and gentlemen, 2017 is bold. And you're going to say, Martha's been saying this for a very long time, but it is a bold move. And it is time for you to become bolder and bolder and bolder in your stance, in your dreams, your goals, your mission, and your purpose, and what it is that you have to bring forth. Listen, I was listening to a song. Now I know she made this song a few years ago, but if you've never heard this song and or listened to it, I want you, after we get off of this broadcast, I want you to listen to it. It's by my girl, the Beehive, Miss Beyonce herself. But the name of the song is I Am Here. I Am Here. I want you to Google that on YouTube and just let it play and just sit there in silence and listen to the words. I wake up with that song in my spirit because I am here. I am here and on a mission to impact you and everyone that hears my voice, to get up off your butt and do something. And as I was sitting this evening, typing up some information to an organization who's asked me to come and speak. And they say, Martha, Donald, you are welcome, dear. Thank you. You are welcome, dear. They asked me, they said, why is it? What does the word bold mean to you? And I said, as I thought about the word bold, I thought about it being brave, courageous, fearless, confident, gutsy, daring, strong, impactful. Does that sound like a word that may describe who you are, or the things in your life that may describe who you are? Because when I think about bold, I think of a person being fearless, a person being courageous, a person being confident enough in themselves to make that bold move. Gutsy, daring, strong, and impactful. And they said, why is it that bold and purpose with you resonate with you so strong? And I simply said to them that if you're not walking and living the purpose and living the life that you are supposed to live, if you're not operating in that lane in which God created you to be, somewhere along the lines, you're miserable, you're not happy, you're not joyous. You're sad. Sometimes you're depressed. Sometimes you're angry for no reason. Why? Because you're not operating in your originally intended function and lane. And I said, everyone should be operating right there where they should be. But some people don't know their purpose. Some people's purpose is caught up within that mess that they are going through. Some people's purpose is within that pain that they've had to endure. Some people's purpose is in that disappointment that they had to go through, that hurt, that pain, that loss of a loved one, that disease that took over their body that should have killed them, but they survived. See, some people's purpose is connected to an actual event. Some people are just gifted. I thought I was gifted to sing until all my friends started telling me, baby, no, Martha, that's not your lane. So I sing in the shower and I sing in the cars with my friends when I want them to laugh. But some people are just naturally gifted to do things. I'll use, for instance, my brother. My brother is a naturally gifted artist. He's never taken an art class. He's never taken any type of instructional art class, but can draw anything. It's a gift. My voice, my ability to speak, my ability to never be afraid to speak in front of someone, my ability to mandate my crowd at just hello, my ability to captivate someone with what I say, it's a gift. I didn't know that when I was growing up. First of all, I thought that my voice, because, if you call me first thing in the morning, most people don't know who they're talking to, whether they're talking to my husband, Mike, or they're talking to Martha. That's right, because Barry White sets in my house very quickly in the mornings. See, sometimes, I used to go through the drive-thrus and people would say, sir, may I help you? When I would say hello, and they would say, sir, may I help you? But I didn't know that deep voice was a sign of power. That voice was a voice that was going to command the crowd that she spoke to. See, I thought that it was something that I should be ashamed of. But it wasn't until I discovered and realized my gift, and that my gift was my voice, and that I was going to use my voice to speak life into everyone that I came in contact with. So see, you have to know where it is and what it is, because your gift and your purpose can come in all forms, shapes, and sizes. But until you can see it, you must use others' eyes in order to see. Because most people can't see the picture because they're within that frame. Most people cannot see the picture because they're inside of the frame. So how can you see how beautiful that picture is if you're inside of that frame? See, that frame is what you're in, but I can see the true beauty in you. And until you're able to see that, you have to use my eyes or someone else's eyes to tell you how beautiful you are, how beautiful it is on the outside of the building. See, I want you to know, as I said before, that you are worthy. That you are worthy to bring forth every dream, every goal, every purpose, every mission that's inside of you. You are worthy to bring forth. Fear has nothing on your big dreams, your big goals, and your big purpose. See, I tell people all the time, take fear in one hand and courage in the other one and jump. When you jump, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you what, when you jump, it gives you permission to succeed. When you jump, it lets you know that you are worthy of being wherever it is that you need to go. When you jump, you grow your wings on the way down. When you jump, it helps you believe bigger than ever before. Because you know what? You're either going to believe that you're going to be able to fly or you're going to hit the ground. But what I know for sure is that when you jump on purpose, when you jump on a mission, when you jump for your goals, when you jump for your dreams, when you jump for that thing that's burning inside of you every night that won't allow you to sleep. You know, that thing that keeps you thinking when you go to work every day, that it factor that you have inside of you. When you jump, several things are going to happen. Yeah, like you skydiving, Maisha. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. My mama said, do not jump out of a perfectly good plane. Test Fizame. Do not. But when you jump, two things are going to happen. The net are going to open. The net will open, or the parachute will open. But I can promise you this, you will not hit the ground. You may get scrapes. You may get bruises. You may get bumps. Trust me, I've had them all. But I still jumped. If you never jump, you never know what you can and cannot do. You only stand there. Hey, cousin Robalina, my favorite, AKA Skiwee, my favorite. But when you jump, you know that you're either going to hit the ground or you're going to learn how to fly, sweetheart. That parachute is going to open and that net is going to catch you. When you jump, you are fearless. That's exactly right. You are fearless. You are fearless, and you let God know that your dreams and your goals are bigger than the fear that you took. I know I'm your favorite, Delta. Thank you, sweetheart, because you're my favorite, AKA. You know I love you. But when you jump, you tell God that I believe that you are bigger than any fear that is standing behind me. So many times people want to be successful. You want to be successful. You want to be wealthy. You want that promotion on your job, and you haven't even applied for it. Why? Because fear have you right here. It's gripped you when you know you didn't have he didn't give you the power of fear. It has gripped you and it has not allowed you to do what you need to do. I tell people all the time, they say, Martha, you're not afraid of anything. I said, who am I? Who am I? Because I was created in his image. So therefore he said, I can do all things. And so I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can do all things, but I wasn't always there. See, this was a broken piece of mess one time in my life. But what he did was he removed me from everyone around me. He moved me to a state that I would have never thought I would have been in. He moved me all the way to South Carolina. He took this South Florida girl and moved her to the country, to South Carolina, where they wear coats and scarves, where I didn't even own a jacket, a winter jacket, when I moved to the state in 1994. But he knew that he had to take me away from my familiar surroundings in order for him to create this woman that I've become today. Guys, but I jumped. I didn't know one soul, not one person in Orangeburg, South Carolina. What I knew was that I was on a mission to go back and get my degree because I had something to prove to my mom and my family. Because when I dropped out of school at Florida A&M after I flunked out, but I did have 2 A's in racquetball. I tell people I'm a mean racquetball player. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But when I dropped out, when I went back home, because I had no other choice after losing a full-fledged academic scholarship to Florida A&M, I was on a mission in 1994 because I knew that greater was in me. But at first I had to get out of the way of proving the point that I could get a degree. I didn't graduate from high school being smart for no reason. It was just that it wasn't my time. It was a part of my process that I had to go through. See, because I can sit in a room of teenage girls or freshmen in college and say, listen, you have 4 years to get a degree and a lifetime to party and hit the streets. Make your choices and decisions wisely, because you can do it all if that's what you want, but you have to make sure that your priorities are in line. See, and I'm not afraid and ashamed of the scars that I got from my past, because it grew me into this amazing woman that I am today. But see, I jumped. I moved. In 94, I married the most incredible man, countryman with a K, that I ever could have imagined. Never would have imagined, as I said before, that I would have married him. Because in my mind, I thought I was going to marry 6'5", tall, dark, handsome, wonderful. But I didn't know that God had made my Boaz right here in the state of South Carolina. And I wouldn't trade him in for $1 million, but $1.1 million, I may have to trade him in for one day. How about that? Yes, he is a Hudson, Hudson. Yes, he is, but I can tell you what, with that, I have had 17 years of incredible peace, love, happiness, and joy. But I would not have known that if I didn't jump and made a bold move. Left my entire family, everything that I knew behind, to move to South Carolina. See, I'm not telling you something that I have never done before. Everything I do, I have to do it boldly. If you're going to do something lukewarm, you might as well not do it. So you have to set yourself on fire, run down the street with gasoline on that flame in order for people will come from miles around to watch you burn. People will come from miles around to watch you burn. But if you're not willing to burn and set something on fire and make a difference within yourself and in your life and in your place and in your space and get uncomfortable, you will remain the same. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again and expecting the different results. I tell people, if you don't do something different, you will never get different results. You will get the same thing that you have gotten over and over and over and over again. So it's time for you to make a decision that you're going to jump, because when you jump, it gives you courage. It gives you courage. It grows hair on your chest when you jump. It allows the net to catch you and the parachute to open. But guys, until I believed enough in myself, I had to borrow the belief of others in me, Because somewhere in that subconscious mind, I kept hearing the words as if you're not going to be anything. You're never going to amount to anything. If your daddy didn't love you, how could your husband love you? If you have failed once, what made you think you're going to succeed by leaving your atmosphere? You know, I had to endure these things, and these things was in the back of my mind until I gained enough strength to know that, all of those was lies from the pits of hell from which they came, but they all were lies that were put in my mind and my place to delay, derail, and abort the mission and the purpose that was inside of me. Guys, things are still in the back of your mind. When you get ready to jump, you hear that little voice on the other side that say, how in the world can you be a millionaire when no one in your family has ever made anything other than outside of $50,000? How can you earn six figures? How can you live in a 6,000 square foot home? How can you sit at the table with millionaires and multimillionaires? How can you ride around in Bentleys and Maseratis and Lamborghinis and Aston Martins? How can you fly on private jets? How can you ride in yachts and be out hanging with those individuals when you were a young girl that was born to a single mother in the projects, Fort Pierce, Florida, the same one who flunked out of school? How can you do that? Well, I'm simply telling you how I did. I made a bold move. I refused to allow my box to be my reality. I decided that I was going to align myself into me. You're not going to catch me wearing designer bags. You're not. You're not going to catch me wearing my Christian Louboutins. You're not. First of all, I'm a size 11, and it's hard to find a pair. And with the Bigfoot ministry, I do have the Bigfoot ministry, but you're not going to find me. You're not going to find me not in the country on dirt roads, driving a Bentley. You're not going to find that happening. You know why? Because I can't get a return on that investment. But you will find me at a conference that may cost $3,000, at a conference that may cost $5,000, in the audience with Tony Robbins. You will find me in those locations. You know why? Because my mind, my brain, and my gifts are the greatest return. That's the greatest investment. And I can get a serious return from that. Guys, when you want to be a business owner, invest in those people like myself that was able to get from one point to another, that took the purpose to a profit, that became a six-figure income earner in the industry of network marketing when I knew nothing about it. But here's what I knew. I bet on Martha, and I surrounded myself with individuals who said to me, you can, you will, I will hold your hand. I will walk with you until you have enough belief to do what you need to do. I can tell you what, when life backs you up against a wall, you find out who you're made of. You find out very quickly of who you're made of. And once you discover that, you realize that eyes haven't seen, nor ears haven't heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what God has for you to do on this planet. See, I heard a story the other day, and I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to let you guys go. I heard a story the other day. This was about two men that was in the hospital. One was paralyzed, and the doctors told him that he'll never walk again. He would never walk again. And he was in the bed closest to the door, and then there was a young man that was over by the window. And every day, this guy, he was so depressed. He was so depressed because he would never walk again, and the doctors had told him he would never be able to sit up again, and that his life was going to be that of a person in bed on his back, never to be able to see the outside unless he's laying down. So his roommate said to him, man, why are you so sad and depressed? And he said, because I'll never be able to walk again. The doctors have told me that. I'll never be able to sit up again. The doctors have told me that. He says, well, I tell you what, I'll be your eyes and tell you what's going on the outside. And every morning he would get up. And they would get up, and the guy would be sitting next to the window, and he would say, oh my goodness, wow, the grass is green outside. There are little kids playing outside with their parents. Oh my God, he just missed the ball, but the dog have it, and he's running towards him. Oh my goodness, I think he's going to propose. He's getting down on one knee and he's asking her to marry him while she is crying. The next day, he's telling him how beautiful the flowers are outside, how beautiful the people are. The people now, the fall, the leaves are falling. They're changing colors all around them. That peoples are wearing their scarves and their jackets and they're smiling and they're holding hands. Couples are in love. Parents are playing with their kids. And so every day, the man who was paralyzed, he was waiting, just anticipating what was going on because he was using the other man's sight to see what was going on outside. And then one day, after a few months, his roommate died. The man who was telling him what it looked like on the outside he died. He came to his disease, he died. And when he woke up that morning, he asked the nurse, "Where's John?" And she said, "John passed overnight. He passed while you were sleeping. And we didn't wake you, but we removed him out of the room while you was asleep." And just depression came over him. And sadness came over him. And when the nurse came back in, he asked the nurse, he said, "Is there any way that you can find a chair that could possibly help me sit up?" And she says, "Well, yes, we have a chair on our rehab unit that we can bring." He says, "Can you please bring it?" They brought the chair into the guy. He got in there. They put him in the chair and they sat him up in the chair. And he said, "Can you push me over to the window?" And she said, "Well, sure, I can push you over to the window." And they pushed him over to the window. And when he got over to the window, he said, "I must be dying because this cannot be the same room that I was in with John." And she said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Because all I see right now is a brick wall." She said, "That wall has always been there." He said, "That wall could not have been there because every day, John shared with me what was going on the outside. He would share with me the flowers that was blooming and the people that was walking around and holding hands and the proposals and the marriage proposals that was going on and the children and the hugs and the spouses and the women and the scarves and the jacket. He would share that with me every day." And she said, "Wow, that's incredible. Because I don't know how John could have shared that with you because John was blind. John could not see, but John used his imagination to believe in the things that he needed to believe in to help him get through these last few months of his life." Guys, Dr. Miles Monroe said it best. Eyes that see are common, but eyes with vision is rare. Albert Einstein said it best, that your imagination is life's coming attractions. Guys, you got to use someone else's vision to believe until you can believe in what it is inside of you. And I'm telling you right now is your time to make bold moves. Do yourself a favor. Make sure that you go over to IamReadyToMakeBoldMoves.com. Input your information so I can send you the information in order for you to make bold moves. You got to know that you are worthy. I knew that I was worthy. Yes, I was scared. Yes, I was scared. But my dreams, my goal, my vision, and my God was bigger than any fear that I had inside of me. And guess what? I won. I won on my terms with him, because he said with him I can do all things, not some, not a piece, but all things. Guys, you got to make that decision for yourself. For those of you who got the email that I sent out to you, you got to make a decision to make a bold move for these last 6 weeks of 2016 so that your 2017 will never be like 2016 was. You got to make bold moves. I believe in you, but my question to you is, do you believe in yourself? It's time for you to discover that purpose. Take that purpose from purpose to profits so that it can take care of you every day of your life, so that wealth and riches can be in your house, so that you can be the head and not the tail, so that you can be the lender and not the borrower, but you can become and be that person that you so rightfully deserve to be. Guys, this has been Martha Cooper-Hudson. Know that you are worthy. Go to YouTube and type in Beyonce, I am here. Beyonce, I am here. And listen to that. Because I'm telling you, it will speak to every fiber in your body to know that you were created to do greater. But you got to jump. You got to jump. And I am going to jump. Yes, you are, Kat. You are a winner that's making bold moves. There's so many winners on this broadcast this evening. That's you. The courageous one, the fearless one, the confident one, the brave one, the bold one, the one who's willing to succeed no matter the cost. That's you. Get it done. Go over to IamReadyToMakeBoldMoves.com. And I will see you again. If he lays it on my heart to come back tomorrow, I will see you. For those of you who got emails, check your emails. Don't let fear strap you and hold you hostage from moving forward to where it is you need to go. So guys, be blessed. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You know that it is your time. It's your time to do what you need to do in order to make it happen. So I thank you, Kat. I thank you, Nina. I thank you, Nita. I thank you, Felicia. I thank you, Lemire. Don, I thank you, sweetheart. Benjamin, thank you so much. Robalina, my favorite, AKA, I thank you so much. Tess, my favorite, Soror, thank you. Kalina, thank you. Let's see, Tasha, Dr. Tasha Boone, thank you for watching. Shondell, thank you. Kalina, thank you so very much for watching. Beth and Avenant, thank you. Miss Shirley Cobb, thank you. Judy, thank you for being. Dietrich, thank you. Corona, Taishika, thank you. Johnny, thank you. Donald, thank you. Yolanda, thank you. Thank you. Sammy, thank you. Larice, my girl, thank you. Marquetta, thank you. Eno, thank you. Dorothy, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you share this with everyone that you know. Make sure you leave me your comments so that I can respond to you, because it's your time. It's your time. It's my time. It's your time. It's your time. You guys be blessed. I love you. Mwah. Bold moves. Make it today.